What's up, party people? This is Jude Snowboarder from Facebook, Jude the Junk, Facebook page, shop, now Telegram, Instagram, whatnot, YouTube channel, Jude's Junk. Listen, a lot of comic book collectors are struggling with the new tax laws that go into effect, where you're going to get a statement sent to the government if you make more than $600 from any one provider. So you make more than 600 in PayPal, more than 600 in Facebook, more than 600 from eBay. You'll get a statement from each one of those sent directly to the government, and you're wondering how to do your taxes. And it's real simple. I just read how someone's doing a business license, they're doing an LLC. Unless you're making money, you don't need any of that. And all you gotta do is just chat with your CPA if you wanna verify anything I'm sharing with you, because I've had my own business for 30 years now, since I'm 52, so since I was 22. So you just do business under your own social security number. So your tax forms aren't gonna change. The only thing you're gonna do is a Schedule C for your own sole proprietorship business under your tax form. So you're using your social security number instead of a business license or a business social security number. Now you can get fancy and you could do tax in different states and all that kind of stuff if you want, but for the most of us who are collecting, and I've sold 30,000 in the last year, spent 50,000, so I'm not big by any means. If your profit's not over 50,000, you probably don't need to do an S Corp, C Corp, LLC, any of that. You do a Schedule C on your taxes, and the biggest thing you got to worry about is deducting expenses. And if you've never had your own business before, you're going to get really good at learning how to deduct taxes, or you're going to pay a lot of money. So figure it out. Get online. You can talk to your CPA about things you can deduct as a business: mileage, internet. If you have an office in your house, square footage, potentially. Some CPAs are for that, some are against that. Going to a con, flights, subscription fees. When it gets into books, let's say you spent $20,000 on books this year and you sold about $10,000 worth. So the assumption is you made a $10,000 profit. If all your deductions add up to $10,000, then 20 minus 10 is 10. I am concerned because I've never been in an inventory business where I'm gonna have to talk with my CPA this year. If I bought books last year but sold them this year, when can I deduct? Do I only deduct the expenses this year? So I bought comic books in 2022, but then I sold them in 2021, but then I sold them in 2022. So I'm gonna have to work with my CPA. I think my purchases minus my profits last year is all I got to worry about. I haven't done taxes for last year yet. My profits minus purchases. But when it gets into inventory, sometimes you got to keep track of your inventory, and you have to have a value of the inventory at the end of the year. And if it gets that complicated, I'm going to be in trouble. But for the most part, my profit minus my expenses, and try to have as little profit as possible. And if you're in the comic book world, that's not going to be difficult because you're probably not making a whole bunch of money. You're probably spending more than you're making. So everything's going to be basically tax-free with all your sales, unless you're making a lot of profit. Good luck.